guys, welcome back to my channel Urban Tropical, and I'm so glad that you have tuned in. If you do like my videos, kindly like and subscribe. That really gives me more enthusiasm to do more videos and really helps me grow as well. Thank you for that if you have already done so. So moving on to today's video, is all about humidity, and I wanted to shoot it in my living room rather than in my kitchen diner area, because it has a bigger space. That means results could vary. So living room is a normal size room and I'm expecting to have more reasonable readings. I have not done this before, so I really have no idea how it's going to work out. So when you start to buy plants, you always think about humidity, especially if you are looking at more exotic philodendrons or anthuriums or calatheas. You think about, okay, I need to increase humidity. You want to have a bigger lush foliage. You want to have more vigorous plant. And humidity is one of the key factors you will always come across when you are looking into it. I went through the same phase. I really wanted a humidifier, and I went onto Amazon, looked at all the ratings and everything. Before I just did click buy it, I just wanted to read more about it. And I was not convinced that buying a humidifier is my very first choice, totally because it can cause mold, and I really do not like too much moisture in your room. Again, you can have humidifier which are on constant setting. You can say 56% or 60%, and that is the best option you can think if you don't want constant. But when you look into it, they say you keep it 1 meter away from the wall, keep it this much away from the ceilings. It can cause mold. And when I look at plant settings, they're always next to the wall, or they're higher up on a shelf, so the humidifier goes more nearer to the ceiling. So then I thought, okay, I'm not going to buy, I'm just going to hold on. This is going to be my second winter with my Calatheas. So in the first winter, I decided not to go for it. Summer was fine. Then I moved on to the second winter. The only investment I made was buying a hygrometer. It kind of tells you that what your humidity is, and it's really cheap to buy. I'll just get it. So this is the one I have bought. If I read this one, it's saying to me is 53% humidity in this room and temperature is at 20.9%. Now, how do we increase humidity? The one advice is openly given. Even you go to plant shop or someone knows more about plants, the very first thing they will say to you is that you should mist your plants. And I don't want to mist my plants. Again, the reason being, when I did mist, so much moisture was going on to my floor, which I did not like. Then I have to clean the floor because I can't have moisture there. And when my plant is right next to wall like this, that means the water is being sprayed onto that wall, which is eventually going down to the skirting boards. So I really have issues with those things. So I decided not to mist as well. I did go to diffuser. I will talk about that, what happened as well. So let's talk about now first misting. And the exercise is, I'm going to mist my plant, a normal misting I would do. And let's see if there is a change in humidity and if it has to be long enough for us to say, yeah, it was worth it. And let's see for how long it lasts. I will monitor the time as well. So let's start. I'm just going to bring the plant out because I wouldn't want to spray there. So this is my Calathea orbifolia. I mean, I do have tiny brown edges here and there. Actually, you know, the strangest thing was orbifolia is supposed to be the most fussy one in terms of humidity. I have no idea why it did not show me much fuss. And Medallion actually showed me more fuss than orbifolia, when Medallion is supposed to be the more easygoing one than this guy. But let's get on with the spray. And this one I have used filtered water because if I go outside, rainwater was a bit too chilled and I really didn't want to spray with that. Normally, if I use rainwater for watering my plants, I bring them in a day before, and then the temperature becomes quite nice and the plants like it better. It doesn't shock their roots. So I'm just going to give it a good mist until I see the water is dropping. Now if I see this is all wet here, So this is my biggest problem with misting. So temperature, the humidity is 54%. It's still 54%. It should go up given the spray I have done. I'm just going to move it more closer to the plant. I'm not sure if you can see, I have sprayed so much the water is dripping around here. Literally a second ago it was a 61%, so that means it had started to come down now. So this is gone back to 61%. It will fluctuate. I will take it for a while and then it should start to normalize again. Pause it and see how long this humidity lasts. So now it has been 4 minutes and the humidity has come to 57% from 61%. If I recall, when we started, humidity was 54%, and that means it's still up by 3%, and we have gone past 4 minutes now. I'm going to pause again. So I have waited, and this is the new reading. The humidity is 55% and the temperature is 20.4 degrees Celsius. Now, how long was it for? It was exactly 45 minutes. It's been since the spray and right now. I could wait long. Actually, it's just gone to 56%. So it's just fluctuating between 1 and 2%. And if I could leave longer, maybe it will go back to original, but it could take maybe an hour or so to drop for a few 2%. I really don't know, but right now it's only 2% more than where we started. I think we started at 54% and it is 56% after 45 minutes. So that's the humidity increase. Now the key question is it worth misting your plants to give it just extra boost for half an hour or so? That is the question for you. I have to decide if I want to do this or not. I think when you start to see a lot of brown edges, that's when you start to maybe think, okay, should I do this or I shouldn't? But this whole exercise is for viewers to decide what they want to do rather than what I want to do. So we are moving on to the second phase. The second suggestion is pebble tray. I don't have any pebble tray in the house, so I'm just going to use this, just my pasta bowl, and add some water into it. For this, I can take my Calathea back to its position because now I'm not going to spray on anything, so this is safe. Let's do that. And I'm just going to fill the rest of the water into this. So I'm not sure if you can see. Oh, there is enough water in this. And let's see the I always keep on saying temperature. Let's see the humidity change. Humidity is 56% right now. I know it's the mirror effect. I think you might, I don't know actually how you will see it the right way around or not. So this is a 56%. Now I can move the hygrometer right next to this tray. While I wait for these results, I just wanted to talk about, there was another option recommended. Actually, I was reading someone's blog about Humidifier and they had kind of same opinion as me. So they were using essential oil diffuser without it. And then I was thinking, like, that's such a good option. Maybe I should try that one. So I bought it from Amazon. I even bought essential oils, which I was planning to use occasionally for our use rather than for the plants. I left the diffuser on. Pretty much, I think the settings were 3, 6 or 9 hours or something. I think I left it on for 6 or 9 hours. And I have the same hygrometer right there. And it did not change. I do not even remember seeing 1% change in the humidity. So my experience was that diffusers do, I think they are called diffusers. I'm trying to find the word for it. I think they are called essential oil diffusers. It's like a machine. You turn it on electricity and there is kind of vibrations which bring the smoke out. I think I'm talking about the right thing, but I will post the link what I'm talking about here. it did not work in my opinion, and actually I returned it. I did not even use it for essential oil use, so that wasn't good for me. The only thing I strongly believe in works, that's again my opinion. You know, there are so many different things work for different people. What works for me is grouping your plants. If you can group them, they just provide each other with something good, and especially in winter months it's really important. The only drawback is if your one plant is infected and you don't know it is infected, it has happened to me, it will infect your other plants. So my ornata was infected, I didn't know. Medallion was right next to it, and then my medallion got infected, which was really a nightmare for me, because that is a really good plant for me. It's doing wonderful. It has never stopped growing. That's how fantastic that medallion is. So that's number one option. Number two is in winter you can do it quite often, and in summer I think we are good. So you can give your plants a bath. I mean, I don't waste water. If my kids are having a bath, or myself or my husband, I will just tell everyone when they finish the bath, do not open the door. So I will quickly put all my plants in the bath and leave them there for good 3 to 4 hours, sometimes even 6 hours if I'm really busy and I can't take them out. If you do have a hygrometer, you can check the temperature goes, I keep on saying temperature, the humidity goes to 80% plus, and that is fantastic. I mean, we can't do 80% constantly for plants, even though they love it. It's like too much water everywhere, pretty much. You know how steamy bathrooms can be. So I think that really works. The other thing which is really simple and is effective, I use a dryer to dry my clothes, because I have radiators and other things in awkward places, and I tend to just get over and done with. But if you are desperate, when you wash your clothes, you can bring your cloth lining inside the air dryer. If you leave it overnight, that's going to increase your humidity good. I mean, I will guess it will increase your humidity by 5 to 6%, and it won't be for half an hour, because clothes do take a long time to dry. So this is my guess. I think it will be at least a good 2 to 3 hours minimum. But again, it can be experimented to check if you have a hygrometer. I really hope that it was useful, because I know when you are a plant parent, you don't want your plant to die, and you just want to do everything to help them. If you think this was helpful, I would be really appreciate if you can click the like, and if you have found different ways to increase humidity, please do share. That would be highly appreciated. And I'm just going to check now if there has been any change in the humidity. Oh, it's gone to 60%. I'm just going to show you. And we were, I think, talking for less than 3 minutes. There you go. 3 hours have passed, and let's see how did it go. So this is our water, and I am so pleased to announce that humidity results are really good. It's still 59%, and the highest it's been in this room is 61%. So after 3 hours, it has still maintained good humidity. I did not mention earlier actually the humidity range. So for us 50% is good, and for plants 60% is really good. There are certain plants which demand really high humidity, but these Calatheas, they do well with 56 or 60%. So I do give them occasional baths, as I said earlier. I really hope that this was useful for you, and now you can decide if you want to do misting or you want to use a pebble tray. It really has changed my perspective. I was one of those people who thought, I don't think putting a pebble tray will help the plant, and I am actually really surprised to see the opposite. I actually think it's going to work for me as well, and I'm going to leave a water lying around just to make sure that your water you're going to use has a wide mouth. That means more water can evaporate in the air. If you use a narrower one, it will be evaporating less water into the air, hence reduced humidity. I really hope that it was useful. Thank you so much for watching it. Bye bye.